In this video, discussing about the literature from Jacobean to Restoration. The Jacobean period was characterized by a continuation of Renaissance trends. The Puritan period witnessed a rise of religious concepts. The Caroline period, a blend of literary movements, including the metaphysical and cavalier poets. Bacon's famous essay, The Advancement of Learning, which highlights the importance of knowledge, and he popularized a scientific method of observation, his philosophy, and value of knowledge. Next one, Novum Organum. Its title is a Latin word which means new instrument. Through this work, Bacon provides a new concept, a new observation of early modern philosophy. It introduced a scientific method to find out the knowledge about natural world and explains four idols of type, den, market, and theatre. The New Atlantis is an utopian novel, a speculative story of society. This novel highlights Solomon's house scientific discoveries, importance of science and religion, and how it impacts in society. Robert Burton, the next famous essayist, who known for his first psychiatric encyclopedia, The Anatomy of Melancholy. It's a medical treatise about depression and melancholy, which explores the themes of melancholy, its symptoms, causes, which connected to psychology, philosophy, and humor. Then he describes about how to prevent it. John Donne, a famous metaphysical poet, whose Devotion upon Emergent Occasions, a famous prose piece, which consists a series of meditations, prayer, reflecting internal sinfulness that expose theme of mortality, meaning, and the life of death. Richard Hakluyt's Voyages tells the story of the sea adventures of the English and replaced for promoting the English colonization of North America. And through this work, he intended to provide historical references, the spirit of adventures, economic possibilities, and more. Metaphysical poets. The term coined by Samuel Johnson to describe a group of 17th century poets and their poetry characterized by philosophical touch, elaborate use of language, unusual lyrics and images, and artificial metaphors. John Donne is the most prominent figure, the father of metaphysical poetry. And Samuel Johnson, in his book Lives of Most Eminent English Poets, he wrote about 17th century metaphysical poets and their themes of mortality, human existence, that deeply influenced by scientific and philosophical exploration. Jacobean drama during the reign of King James I, characterized by its darker themes, complex characters, and many playwrights expose themes of corruption, political unrest, issues of gender and power in society of the time. Shakespeare's King Lear and Macbeth become most popular plays during this period. The Shoemaker's Holiday or The Gentle Craft, a play written by Thomas Dekker, characterized as a city comedy. Themes of social class, identity, and contemporary issues are highlighted. Then, Thomas Heywood's masterpiece, early 17th century stage play or domestic tragedy, A Woman Killed with Kindness, received more critical attention. It is based on a story of his own invention surrounding the society's expectation of women and their roles within family and marriage. Next playwright, George Chapman, first major translator of Homer into English. His famous The Blind Beggar of Alexandria story about a master of disguise set in the Egyptian city during the Hellenistic era. Ben Jonson, father of English comedy, and he known for his dramatic form, Comedy of Humors. He is drawing inspiration from ancient Roman playwrights and followed Aristotle's form of classical unities in his plays. Sejanus His Fall, a Roman tragedy, deals with the rise of Sejanus during the reign of Tiberius. And the next one, The Catalans Conspiracy, a Roman tragedy with Senecan influence. Its first performance was a complete failure. Then Johnson's called it a dramatic poem. The next important one, Poetaster, is a comedy. The main plot about conspiracy of the poetaster, and the second plot about which concerns Ovid's love for the daughter of Augustine. And in this poetaster, the two main characters which represent Marston and Thomas Dekker, major playwrights during this period, and then they reply to the attack in Satyromastics. During the Caroline period, Thomas Brown's Religio Medici became more popular, and which exposed scientific explanation and Christian theology and ethics. Cavalier poetry explores emotional depth, religion, and politics, which also reflects the cultural context of King Charles' reign. And the poetry of Kerala Age divided into metaphysical poets and cavalier poets. We already discussed about the metaphysical poets, and each group represents a different style, theme, which reflecting intellectual and emotional status of this period. The Caroline Age witnessed developments in drama, the satirical and the realistic portrayal of social and political issues of Philip Massinger with the themes of economic and moral corruption. John Ford, known for his dark themes, uses of power, and his most famous, The Spanish Gypsy, he co-authored with Thomas Dekker. Considering literature between Civil War and Restoration, John Milton's major prose work, A Treatise on Education, became more popular, and then Thomas Hobbes' philosophical treatise, A Leviathan, the book described about the state of nature where all individuals were equal.